Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me here today. In today's video, we're going to be going over the new flighting news for Season 7 for Halo the Master Chief Collection, available for both the PC, the Xbox One, and the Xbox Series S and X platforms. This is the latest information found over at HaloWaypoint.com. Link, again, will be, of course, in the description. And let's go ahead and jump right in. It says, welcome to another weekly edition of the MCC Flighting and Development Update. This week they're going to talk quit bans and take a look back at the most recent scale test for the custom games browser and the flight plan for Season 7 and how to get in on future flights, which we've covered previously in other videos. Now, this is something that comes up that I make videos on probably at least once every couple of months. Now, it is my honest opinion, there should be no quitting penalty in social playlists for Halo. Just none whatsoever. Now, currently, the way that they've talked about it is that if half of your team quits, then you will be able to leave without a penalty. What if you're on the other team? What if you are the team of 4 that is playing against one person who doesn't want to quit, or 2 people that do not want to quit? Those matches are a waste of time, and the other team should be allowed to leave as well, or they need to implement the ability for the game to recognize and maybe a feature where the game goes, hey, the teams are uneven now, people quit, do you guys want to continue? And there is a veto option to not play, and there is a just regular option to play. This is something that, sure, you want to have it implemented into the ranked stuff? Absolutely, 100%. I agree. People should not be able to quit out of ranked matches. I would go as so far as to say is to just completely remove the option to quit from the menu of the ranked playlists. There's no reason to have a quit penalty for social playlists. Do you know what that does? That impacts the game in a negative way for the social playlists. There have been times where I've been playing and I run into a team on 4v4 and half the team quits, one person stays on. And immediately, this is within the first 30 seconds to a minute of the match, I quit. Okay, so I get a minute ban. I jump back in, I play a couple of more matches, and then the same thing happens, and I go, you know what? I'm just done with the MCC for today, because if I quit, I'm going to get a longer ban that I admittedly feel like I should not be getting. Let's go ahead, though, I've gone on a bit of a rant, and see what they have to say for the quit bans now for the MCC. It says, in the MCC, when a player quits out of matchmaking, they can either be banned or quit without penalty. For players who have already had half of their team quit from the game, you are free to quit the game without the penalty of a ban. But this does so you don't have to sit in a game that isn't very fun. Okay, again though, what about the opposite team? But for the first half of the team that quits early, and then wastes the time of the players who wanted to play, we issued incremental and increasing bans. We have known issues around the quit message stating you will be penalized, however. We've seen an increase in players quitting and going AFK in matches, and are increasing our ban times to support fair play with full teams and our matchmaking hoppers. Next week, we are updating them for players who are habitually quitting out of games. Again, I don't need to repeat myself. I do not feel in social playlists that they need to have this quit penalty. The following are the new levels of the bans based on the number of times you quit out of a match. The first offense is 5 minutes. The second offense is 15 minutes. Third offense is 30 minutes. Fourth offense is 60 minutes. Fifth offense is 180 minutes. And the sixth offense is 16 hours. More than half a day. Moving on with the article, it says, we know that sometimes life happens or a game type isn't one that you really don't want to play, so you just leave the game. Just know that if you quit out of a lot of match-made games, your ban length is going to increase for each new quit until you need to wait a very extended period of time before playing again. Now, moving on, we're going to go ahead and talk about flighting for Season 7. Season 7 seems to be on the horizon already, which, I mean, is good for the MCC. But a little bit shocking for me. I really didn't expect them to have it out this far already. But it says, as we get closer to the next season, gearing up for the next flight, there are still ways out, but they wanted to spotlight some of the content they plan on being there. improvements to the visuals for Halo CE to better mirror Legacy. Now, this is actually really huge. MCC, the version that Halo Combat Evolved has, is not the original from the original Xbox version. It is a port of the PC version that Gearbox made all the way back, I believe, in 2002 or 2003. And it definitely has some visual differences when it comes to very small details like the energy shields and energy walls and just kind of an overall polish. So it's nice to see that they're going to try to restore some of those effects. But yeah, it is essentially a different game. They're going to have improvements to the maps Waterfall and Edge, which, again, those maps are really in the matchmaking. They had a test playlist for, I believe it was a Waterfall, and it worked somewhat better than what it had before in the previous flight. They're going to be flighting the Season 7 customization content and, of course, various bug fixes. Now, as we get more finalized on what is making its way into the flight, they'll break down the details a bit more, and players will hopefully be quite happy with the update as well as the content coming with Season 7. Yeah, I'm interested to see what they're going to have. Hopefully the custom games browser can launch with Season 7, and it was supposed to kind of launch with Season 6, but it didn't end up making it. And of course, here they're calling for you guys to register for the Halo Insider, and if you are registered, to update your information if anything's changed. If you got a new console, if you got new PC parts, you're going to want to go ahead and update that for them as well. Now, this is something that's come up recently. I've seen a lot of it on Twitter, where there are screenshots of Discord groups that are selling hacking and cheats for the MCC. And I mean, this isn't new. There are plenty of games that suffer this. Warzone, of course, Call of Duty Warzone is another big one. But here, they have a big thanks to everyone who has brought the examples of people cheating in the MCC to our attention. Please continue to report them at the this link here. I will put that in the description of this video. Although they haven't publicly talked about it, they know that they're not ignoring these issues, and they're working with partners to make improvements to the cheat detection and actively banning those. And they will confirm that they can confirm our cheating and the investigating and to the causes of this issue. But as always, don't forget to be part of the conversation and have your voice heard. Hit that subscribe button and let me know what you guys think about the flighting information for Season 7 and the quit penalty in the comment section down below. Don't forget to check out the links in the description. I've got my social media, and of course support for the channel is there as well. And I've also got a new YouTube gaming shorts channel that I have been uploading to. Games with all different types, from Resident Evil to Halo to Call of Duty to Fortnite. And I'm going to have a lot more different types of games clips going up on that channel. So go ahead and check that out as well. But until next time, everyone, thank you all for joining me here today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.